guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Catherine with A Perfect Place to Start, and today I have 3 fun and easy home decor DIYs to share with you, so let's get started. Today's video is part of the What Would You Do challenge, and we were challenged to shop 3 different aisles of Dollar Tree, and we each had to pick something from that aisle and do a DIY with it. So this should be really fun. There'll be a playlist down in my description box, so I hope that you go down, check it out when you finish watching my video. So my first aisle that I'm going to DIY today was the hardware aisle, and my item from the hardware aisle was a toolbox. So we're going to be creating this really fun planter using one of the Dollar Tree toolboxes. So the first thing I'm going to do is open the toolbox and remove the lid from the toolbox. So I have these utility scissors that I received from Christmas that my mom and dad gave me, and they came from QVC. They pretty much can cut anything, so I am going to just cut off where the rings are on this toolbox, and then once I have it all disassembled, I'm going to take it out into my garage and use some spray paint to spray paint this whole bottom part of the toolbox. I am using a turquoise color from Rust-Oleum. It is a primer and paint combined that adheres to plastic so that it would be a little bit easier to paint. So the second part of this DIY is these little clay pots that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I'm just going over them with some white Waverly chalk paint, and I have 3 pots, and I'm just going to do that over all of the pots. I only give it 1 coat. I'm not really worried if it's total coverage. I like the look of it when it's kind of the terracotta part comes through, so I'm just doing kind of a quick coat on that. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go ahead and put some Floral foam from the Dollar Tree in the bottom, and then I'm using some lavender that I got at Walmart to complete those pots. Once I'm done, I have my finished toolbox, and I'm just going to take some twine and I'm going to wrap it around the bottom of the toolbox. Now you could totally dry brush the bottom of this toolbox or the toolbox itself after you spray paint it. I didn't choose to do that today. I just really like this turquoise color, so I had bought this spray paint for another project, and so I never ended up using it, and I thought this would be a really great project to use it for. So I didn't decide to stress it with any white paint, but I think it would look cute that way as well. So once I get the twine all wrapped around there, I just cut it off towards the back and I hot glue it in place. So once I had that all in place, I thought it was still kind of missing something, so I had these embellishment flowers from Hobby Lobby. I have had them forever, but they were in the scrapbook area, and I decided to just take one of them and glue it to the front of this planter. And once I have that glued on there, I'm just going to add in the lavender pots that we made a little bit ago, and then this project is going to be complete. If you're new to my channel, I'm Catherine with A Perfect Place to Start. I love to do seasonal decor, Dollar Tree DIYs or budget-friendly DIYs, and trash to treasure and thrifted treasure. So if that is something that you're into, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. So the second Dollar Tree aisle that I was going to go shopping down was the glassware aisle. And I have to say, this project ends up being one of my very favorite projects I have ever made. I just think these turned out really cute. So we're going to start with these margarita glasses that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I thought they were so cute just because of this little cactus stem. When I saw the cactus stem, I thought that these would make the cutest planters. Originally, I thought about putting a real cactus in here, but we are having inclement weather where I live, and it just wasn't feasible to go out and try to find one of those cactuses. I know that they sell them at Lowe's or Home Depot. I had bought some last year, and so I just thought that would be really cute in here. But we're going to be using some fake succulents that I got at the Dollar Tree instead. So we're going to take the sand that also came from the Dollar Tree, and I bought one package for each of the glasses. So all you're going to do is open the package and pour the sand right into the glass. And it did actually take both packages. It feels like one package for the glass fills about 1/2 of the cup up. So I have a variety of succulents that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I have these ones that are kind of in these pots, and then I have these other ones. I decided not to use the other ones because the stem is so long, and when I take the one out of the pot, it's much shorter and it's going to fit into my sand a lot better. So I decided to just go ahead and use the pot ones. So I pull out all the pot succulents, and then I go ahead and put those pots to the side for another project another day. And then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of arrange these succulents into the sand how I think that they look good. So I start out in this first cup with 2 succulents. When I get to the second one, it is the succulent, this kind of flatter one. It takes up too much space to have 2 in there. So I decided to just go ahead and put one, the big flat round one, into the middle of the cup and just use just one succulent in that glass. Once I have all the succulents arranged the way I like them, I'm going to take this reindeer moss, which also came from the Dollar Tree, and then I'm just going to put the reindeer moss all around the glass to kind of help secure those succulents into the sand, and it gives it a more finished look with the reindeer moss on top. It does take this entire bag of reindeer moss to do both of the glasses. If you're on Instagram, I would love it if you came over there and followed me. I'm at A Perfect Place to Start 78. I post my DIYs, I do reels, and in my stories I post some more of my everyday life, so I would love it if you joined me over there. So for my third Dollar Tree aisle, I'm going to be shopping in the kitchen aisle, and for this DIY I decided to do these fun silverware art. I have seen these silverware art pieces on Pinterest, and so I thought I could totally recreate them here with some Dollar Tree supplies. So I bought 2 packages of spoons, 2 packages of forks, and 2 packages of knives, and then I went ahead and took my white Waverly chalk paint and I gave them a few coats. Next I took these picture frames that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I went ahead and took the glass out of them, and then once I had the glass removed, I had the scrapbook paper. I traced the insert of the frame on the scrapbook paper, cut it out, and then I just inserted the scrapbook paper without the glass. And this was actually cardstock, so a heavier duty scrapbook paper, and I did pick that up at Hobby Lobby. So next I'm going to take my silverware and I'm just going to arrange them in a pattern. And so what I decided to do was put 1 knife up, 1 knife down, and so forth for the 4. And then I do that for each set of the silverware. I really liked the colors of these frames, and so I chose not to do anything extra to them, but you could dry brush on them if you wanted to give it more of like a distressed look on the frame itself. I just really liked the color contrast that went with the scrapbook paper, the white paint, and the gray frame, so I decided to go ahead and leave it that way. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun making these DIYs, and definitely the cactus planters were my favorite ones of today. Let me know in the description box which was your favorite DIY today, and don't forget to go down and find the playlist so you can go and see what all of the other creators created down these 3 aisles of Dollar Tree as well. As always, wherever you are in your journey is a perfect place to start, and I will see you guys in the next video.